Welcome back. So we are going to have a glimpse of data science and how to kickstart your life career, which is conducted by Daisy soon. Data science is more than just a buzzword, and being a data scientist is not unachievable. While the word is going viral to digitally transform their businesses and operations, data and insights hidden within the momentum and justifications of decision-making to drive for excellence and sustainability. Dive in with data science professionals at Microsoft Hong Kong to get an introduction of what is data science and how it is empowering businesses and organizations from around the world to sail on success. She will also share with you how to kickstart your unique cloud career with Microsoft.
Our speaker, Ms. Daisy Premonita, is the Product Marketing Manager at Microsoft Hong Kong, currently focusing on IoT, AI, and machine learning. She previously helped in raising the awareness on Microsoft's support to open source, where she held projects surrounding Docker, Azure Container Services, and Kubernetes. So may we now invite our speaker, Daisy, please.
Hello. Hi, can you guys hear me at the back? Is that okay? So hey guys, thank you so much for coming at this public holiday. I hope you guys had a good lunch, and I hope you guys have been enjoying the conference for today. So I'm Daisy, as you heard. I'm the Product Marketing Manager for Microsoft, focusing on big data and also AI. This is my colleague, Dorothy. She's the Audience Evangelism Manager for Microsoft Hong Kong, and she works a lot with startups on our BizPark project. So if you have any, sort of AI startups or startups that need sort of Azure credit help, go to her. And she will also be talking about some very exciting projects. One program called the Microsoft Student Partner, which is our program to really engage with engineering students in Hong Kong to do projects with Microsoft technologies and build their own projects over the span of 8 months. So today we're going to talk quite a bit about data science. We're going to hear a lot about big data, artificial intelligence, deep learning. What are these words, buzzwords? Do they mean anything anymore? Because they seem to be very interchangeable. And then I'm gonna go through some Microsoft technologies that will help you do, help your artificial intelligence algorithm work. What kind of toolkits do we have? What kind of programs do you need to? Let's say if you're a business student and you don't have a background in, let's say, coding or R or Python, how do you kickstart your cloud career with data science? So let's start off with big data. Big data is really just a lot of data, but it's not. When you have Excel and you have like a couple of thousand rows and columns, you can still sort of analyze the data from it. But what happens if you have, let's say, gigs of data or terabytes of data, where it's probably unstructured, where it has video, text combined with audio? So how do you process that? So we use something called data science, which is basically having data source, which is, let's say, your Excel file, your CSV file, your data from your sensors for your IoT project, and then putting it into a blender, like, let's say, Cortana Intelligence, to do some processing, to output it to do some data visualization. And then you have something called machine learning. So this is an interesting project that I found called HRA, which is Hybrid Reward Architecture by Maluba, which is an acquired company by Microsoft. So what they did with machine learning and deep learning is basically they achieved the highest score in Pac-Man from the Atari 2600 version using deep learning and AI only. So the thing about machine learning is that if you give a program, let's say, oh, I can go left, I can go right, I can go down, and I can go up, but you basically can make it play a game. So this is one very interesting project I kind of want to share. And this uses something, one machine learning method called reinforcement learning, which is based on how rats and humans behave through rewarding. So let's say if you go left, you'll get a reward, but if you go right, you'll lose and you'll die. So yeah. And then the next project that I found very interesting, which involves deep learning and AI, is this project by Tokyo University by Noriko Arai, which you can see on the left. She made this robot she developed this robot a couple of years ago, which actually excelled in the entrance exam for Tokyo University, and it actually made it through the top 1% of the mathematics exam in Todai last year. And she made it through a couple of very complicated deep learning and also artificial intelligence algorithms. So this is really what deep learning, artificial intelligence, and big data can actually do. And lastly, this is exciting because this actually happened in Hong Kong this year. If you've been to RISE, which is one of the big startup events in Hong Kong, you'll be able to see this, which is a presentation by Hanson Robotics, where they made two of their humanoids talk to each other using artificial intelligence and without help of any human. So this is where deep learning and artificial intelligence have been going. So as you can see, we have a lot of sensors, we have a lot of customers, we have a lot of data from, let's say, sensors, Excel, and whatnot, from multiple kinds of devices. How do you actually get data and insight from those raw data? How do you clean those data? How do you analyze those data? So Microsoft is here to help you out to make it out to the intelligent cloud. And as I said, data science is really having data source, which is the one on the left that you see. Data sources from your apps, from your customers, from your Excel file, and putting it really into a blender like Cortana Intelligence that will help you sort of clean and process those data and output it to, let's say, Power BI or some automated system to tell your, say, your boss or system, hey, this is what your system is telling you, maybe you should take some action. But why do you actually need data science? Well, if let's say you have a business and you kind of want to understand what your business is going through and the projection of your business, you want to know what happened, how much profit am I gaining, how much debt am I in, and why did that happen? Am I doing something wrong? Am I doing a different kind of digital marketing campaign? And doing some kind of predictive model using artificial intelligence, you can basically do and say, what will happen tomorrow? It says it's gonna rain tomorrow. Is it gonna affect my business and things like that? And you have some kind of recommendation and automation as well to really advise you on what to do to give you some kind of business insight. Talking about the evolution of data science, when you talk about traditional BI, basically you can only tell like, oh, okay, I have this much debt, I have this much profit, and that's it. And then you can say, why did it happen? Maybe I did something differently last year. I produced a different kind of digital marketing campaign, and you gain some kind of diagnostic analytics. But today, with advanced analytics, let's say with AI and some kind of machine learning, you can tell by predictive analytics what will happen tomorrow. Is my machine gonna burn out? Is my machine gonna handle the weather forecast for tomorrow? And how can I make something happen? So if let's say you want to do some correction of error in your business, I want to make up for the 300,000 Hong Kong dollar debt that I'm in. How can I do it? So you can perform it with some kind of prescriptive analytics. But what's really exciting about data science is that it really touches upon pretty much every kind of industry. So if you have any sensors, if you have any customers, if you have any data from your consumers, customers, or machines, that is where you get your data from. So with machines, so let's say if you are from retail, you kind of want to know, is my machine having this URL, RUL? If you are from government, maybe you want to know whether, let's say, is my population or people in my country having an adequate education? If let's say you're in healthcare, you kind of want to know, is this medicine really working over this much demographic. And really with Microsoft, we have been doing quite a lot of partnerships with people across different industries. So let's say from banking, we have, yesterday we had quite a big partnership with HSBC. Finance industry, we have big partnerships with banks, and also a couple of, we also have a big partnership with CLP and AIA, and all these very big companies with really humongous data. And with advanced analytics, in terms of industry, you can do a lot of things. So let's say in retail and manufacturing, you can perform a lot of demand forecasting, saying, you know, tomorrow there's what's gonna be tomorrow? Is my machine gonna perform as well? With, let's say, customer and channel, you can do some chatbots and give some cognitive services that I'm gonna talk about later, and you can do some kind of remote monitoring. So with advanced analytics and also the internet and big data, you can perform quite a bit of what you call remote monitoring. So you don't really have to be on site to do a couple things. You can, let's say, you can download firmware from Hong Kong to update firmware in, let's say, Africa or America. But this has only been able to be performed because of the cloud. Because in cloud, you basically have a lot of scalability. You have, let's say, on Azure, we have a lot of big data storage like SQL data warehouse. We have blob storage, and you can do real-time analytics using stream analytics, and then you can basically do some kind of visualization of your data and gain insights for your business using, Power BI. And then with all of these tools combined, you can make better decisions for using your data, gaining business insights, and performing better in your business. So I've been talking to quite a lot of you today, and I guess it's pretty good to do quite a brief introduction of Microsoft Azure, which is our cloud computing platform. So whether you want to host your VMs, you want to host your website, you want to do some kind of data analytics using Azure Machine Learning Studio, you can do everything on Azure. And we do have a couple of IaaS offers, let's say VMs, containers. We have quite a big partnership with Docker. We have Azure Container Services, where you can use any kind of container orchestrator like DCOS or Mesosphere, and then you have Service Fabric. And we have, well, since this is an event with partnership with Hong Kong Open Source Conference, we do have a lot of projects concerning with Cloud Foundry, OpenShift, Red Hat, Enterprise Linux, and those kind of things. So, but other than VMs, we also have something called the Azure Machine Learning Studio. So this is again for people who don't really have a background in, let's say, data science or statistics. If you have no idea what R is or Python is, but you still want to get analytics and insight from your data, you can do it with Azure ML Studio. And as you can see, the GUI is very much drag and drop. So you can put your data set here and basically train and score your data immediately. So with Microsoft, we really make data science very much easy. And we want to kickstart your career with data science by giving you these tools where you can perform, test, train, experiment with your data. And we also, with Azure Machine Learning Studio, you get a lot of algorithms predefined for you. So let's say like 2-class vision jungle, or like some kind of face detection or face recognition using our cognitive services. All of these are performed, and you don't have to define all of these on your own. So do use Azure Machine Learning Studio. And actually, if you guys are going to come to our hands-on lab after this, he will probably talk quite a bit about a few of these. We also have something called the cognitive services, where we these are pretty much free and open source for everyone to use. So if you want to make an app that uses face recognition, or you want to use some kind of speech recognition using Lewis, where you want to make a chatbot, or you want to use some kind of translator and use the knowledge from Bing and the websites and use and customize your search. You can basically do everything with cognitive services. There's also something called, and let's say if you have, you don't know where to start, we have something called the Cortana Intelligence Gallery, which is what you see here right now. We have predefined solutions for you. So let's say if you want to do some anomaly detection, you want to do some kind of price analytics and things like that, you can use predefined solutions with Cortana Intelligence Gallery. But really, machine learning is about answering, and data science is answering 5 questions. And all of these questions are really answered by either number or really text or some kind of name. So whether it is A or B, whether it's B or C, one or the other, it's a binary, some kind of binary solution, or is it weird? Is there some kind of anomaly in my data? How do I know it? You can use data science to see if any of your data is peculiar. And then you have, how much and how many, how much profit am I going to get tomorrow? How much debt am I going to be in tomorrow? You can use data science to sort of do some regression algorithms and also predictive analysis. And how is it organized? Do you know if this person is liking the same, let's say, movie as the other person is? And how should I know? How should I go left? How should I go right? So machine learning is really answering 5 of these questions. So you really have all these tools already. You have Cortana, you have cognitive services, you have the machine learning studio. But how do you use all of these? So this is what I really want to introduce to you today. This is Microsoft Professional Program for Data Science, and this is the data science track, where it's really if you have really no idea how to program, really no idea how to do statistics, but you really want to play around and be an expert in data science, this is a program for you. So it starts off with data science orientation, where it gets you through very basic data science concepts, and then it goes through SQL programming that you do to sort of clean and analyze data, and then you do some visualization with Power BI, which is our data visualization tool, and then it goes through a couple of modules introducing you to simple Python and R scripts, where you can use Azure Machine Learning Studio and other Azure Machine Learning services to really help you perform in this program. There's another one called the Big Data track, which is actually pretty similar to the data science track, but it's but you really focus more on, let's say, Azure HD Insight or Azure Blob Storage and or Big Data Storage and Big Data Analysis. So really do check those out. With this, we really hope that you can use big data to really predict and do really well in your businesses, to really understand what your business will be doing in the near future, and use artificial intelligence to make better decisions. So now I'm gonna pass it to Dorothy to talk about MSP.
Well, thank you, Daisy. I'm pretty sure that after this simple walkthrough on data science, you will have a better understanding on how to kickstart your data science related career, maybe with us or maybe with your own curriculum at university. And so coming up, I would like to introduce to all of you another way that you can kickstart your cloud career, maybe with data science or probably with cloud computing or artificial intelligence. So here we go. Looking at all of you, I see laptops and watches and smartphones be around you. And so every so often, technology comes around backed by scientific research. And so all these technologies are changing our lives so much. And here's a video to recap all of these changes if you have already forgotten some of them. every now and then technology comes along, and whether you're still a student or whether you're people from the community segment, you'll be wondering, how am I going to change the world with all of these new technologies? And in the past, we got Einstein, we got scientists like who have invented different kinds of technologies and devices to brighten our life, to make our life different. And so as a student, how could you make the world a little bit different? And I think you can start your journey of transformation with that. And because the technology in this new world is talking about cloud technology, and with cloud, we have a lot of side technologies that can be empowered with intelligence. Say, for example, we have bot framework, we have AI computing, we also have like data platform and data science analytics, big data, just like what Daisy has introduced to all of you. And all of these ways are built on Microsoft Azure, which is a cloud computing platform. So this is a new way for student developers like you to build. And there is also a new way for you to visual, to interact things in a brand new way. And here, so I would like to introduce to you one of the greatest technology, or one of the most innovative technology that is from Microsoft.
Look around.
So what exactly is MSP is that with all these kinds of technologies, we will have chances to visual
Technology is all
and
around
build the
us.
world anew.
We use it in every aspect of our lives. It enables us to do amazing things. But what if we could go further? What if we could go beyond the screen? Where your digital world is blended with your real world. Now we can. This is the world with holograms. What will they enable us to do? New ways to visualize our work.
Now I have an idea for the fuel tank.
New ways to share ideas with each other.
How are things going on your end?
I just put the images in OneDrive.
Okay.
More immersive ways to play. New ways to teach and learn.
So put the new trap in the place of the old one.
Now
And tighten here and here.
New ways to collaborate and explore the places we've never been.
Look at this formation. Let's take a closer look.
And new ways to create the things we imagine. Because when you change the way you see the world, you can change the world you see. This is Microsoft HoloLens.
So with us, there's a new way for you to build as a student developer. And with us, there is also a new way for you to visualize the entire new world with your own imagination. And so I probably believe that you all have been inspired by Daisy's talk on data science. And then I believe that some of you want to kickstart your career or learn something new in the data science industry. So here are some simple statistics that I'd like to share with you. And so this is the market cap that we can sort of share to you guys about data science or data analytics, big data. And so you will see tons of opportunity, but the opportunities are out there, but the talents are actually unsure. So another slice of simple statistics, on LinkedIn we got 430 million LinkedIn members, and only 9.4 million of them with one or more data science skills. That means there is a serious shortage on talent of data science related skills. And so how do you, as a student developer, can kickstart your data science career, or maybe your career with cloud computing and all these innovative technologies. So that's why we have Microsoft Student Partners, which is a student program that is hosted by Microsoft. So wherever there is a Microsoft office in that city or in that country, we have Microsoft Student Partners program going on. And I'm Dorothy. I'm the program lead of MSP program this year, Audience Evangelism Manager at Microsoft. So why Microsoft Student Partners? Why this might be a very good way for you to kickstart your career development at IT or your skill set to map it up to the business reality in the industry. Because at MSP, we believe in true innovation. We are technopreneurs that bring in true innovation by hacking stuff and by doing technical solutions. In the program, we emphasize on entrepreneurship spirit, which I think, even though you might not exactly want to be a startup owner, that you might not want to be an entrepreneur, this is something that you want to foster to make your soft skills, your career, a more enriching one. And we also emphasize some technical challenges where you can build your technical capacity with the assistance and with the benefits of using Microsoft's latest technologies. Say, cloud computing, we have Azure, and you can also do a lot of data science related modules and experiments on Azure. And here to share with you the 6 new elements that we're going to have for Microsoft Student Partners in this coming year. We're going to have a lot of programming workshops, which are taught by Microsoft professionals and its partners, specifically on artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data, IoT. So this is the workshops where you can spice up your technical skills, but not just, so other than the normal university curriculum, you will get hands-on with more practical knowledge of the technology that is around. We also have technical project building and hackathon contest, where you'll be able to brush up, again, your technical skills and also learn from each other, because this is a program that invites students from all universities. And so that's how you can interact, make a very good dynamics with those students from other universities and learn from them. We also have Tech Over Coffee series. If you have been following us on the Facebook page, then you will know that there will be Tech Over Coffee series talking about innovative technology from Microsoft and how you can further, as a student developer, develop with them. And so if you are very interested in starting your transformation journey with MSP, drop by at our booth outside. We got leaflets and we have an MSP alumni there. Feel free to talk to him. Well, here is the roadmap to show you what MSP program is going to be like. So among the, during the 8 months of the program, you will first gear up your technical knowledge and skill set with the workshop that I have mentioned. And then you will be trying to build your own technical solution and project. When you're ready, you'll be joining hackathon contest, Imagine Hack, and get prepared for the greatest challenge within the program, that is Imagine Cup. And after that, you'll be able to successfully transform into a technopreneur, as in you'll be participating in Microsoft's partner events. You will be joining our technical sections and giving out seminars and tech talks to students in university touring around. So, like I said, one of the biggest challenges of Microsoft Student Partners, or about being a Microsoft Student Partner, MSP, as Imagine Cup. So what exactly is Imagine Cup?
Young developers have big ideas, big aspirations, and big dreams. They use technology to transform those dreams into apps, games, products, and solutions we've never seen before. That's the root of innovation, a big idea that's brought to life with technology. Microsoft's Imagine Cup is a technology competition for daring young developers from all over the world. It's where you just might see the next big innovation. That's why Imagine Cup is special to me. It's so cool to see that energy that's creating our future.
The idea is the beginning of the thing, and you have to go further and to realize it, as Microsoft says, dream it, build it, and live it.
I really like video games, so I thought it would be cool to make one. I won the online finals, and to my surprise, I got a call that I was going to Seattle.
We are a little bit nervous about this. It's a great competition, so that will be hard.
The moon is okay, helped me a lot, but a racing cup? Wow, that has no price.
The competitors have very great projects, amazing ideas.
There's something really authentic and fresh to these experiences, which made me remember why I love being in the game industry.
We have just one thing in our minds. We want to do something remarkable.
The opportunity ahead for everyone here to have real impact is tremendous. You get to change the world.
We made it this far, so why not just go all the way?
So yeah, we're hoping to crush it.
The final 3 student teams, they're rehearsed, they're ready, they're so close to their ultimate goal. We hope you're ready for a showcase of cutting-edge technology dreamed up and built by incredible young developers. It all starts now.
Well, so it's a little bit like theater mode, like what you view here. But all of these things that you just saw or you just watched on the screen, they're real. And for every year, we got MSP from Hong Kong going to Seattle, compete for Imagine Cup Worldwide Final. They first got into MSP, and then some of them win the regional final in Hong Kong, Imagine Cup as the champion, and then they will be traveling to Seattle for a global worldwide competition on the Imagine Cup. So this is what you can expect as being an MSP. You see, this is not just any student program that gets you into a program, learn something, and then some months later, here's the graduation. We are at a stage that you can try to expose yourself to a lot of brilliant minds around Hong Kong and possibly in the global stage. So if you are here to maybe you want to kickstart your career, not just by data science. You want to do something more remarkable. That you want to do great things. Joining Imagine Cup and Microsoft Student Partners is your choice. So that's pretty much a general glimpse of what is Microsoft Student Partners in this coming year. And so, how do you apply, or what is the eligibility of applying this program? Well, so here are the general application requirement, the eligibility of applying as a Microsoft Student Partners. We want students who are studying in the tertiary education institutions in Hong Kong. It would be the best if they have technical backgrounds. Say, for example, you're coming from CS department or a system engineering faculty, that you have a background of what exactly IT is about. That would be great. And we also want you to be somebody that is passionate about technology, not afraid of learning new things, who is self-motivated, proactive to learn, and of course, you have to be committed and responsible throughout the program. If you believe you are the exact person that I have sort of described just now, here is a page for you to get notes on how to apply to be an MSP. So the application goes like, you shoot your application, we're going to review them, we're going to have an interview selection period early in November, and then we will release the offer in mid or late November for you to get on board with MSP program. And then you will start gearing up your technical capacity. So here's the application method. We're going to need your resume, your CV, and then answer any of the 2 tasks which I will be talking which I'll be describing later on, in any one of the formats. So you either write a website, or you film a 3-minute video, or make a 2 slides PowerPoint. And then shoot all these things together into your Windows Live ID OneDrive, share it to the Hong Kong at Microsoft.com. This is the application mailbox. And so what are the 2 tasks that you have to complete in order to complete your applications, shoot your application to us for review? Is that there are 2 tasks. Task 1 is to demonstrate a pitch that to your peers promoting one Microsoft technologies. So that's task 1. And for task 2, you got some options. First option, describe the feature of Azure. Anyone knows Azure here? Okay, so we're going to need some more time to get everybody know about Azure. So describe the feature of Azure and how you, as a student developer, or as a student, you can take advantage of using Azure in your daily work or in your projects. And then the second option would be describe the feature of Visual Studio. Anyone knows Visual Studio? Better. Okay, so try to describe the feature of Visual Studio in your application, and then tell us how you, as a student again, or as a student developer again, can take advantage of using Visual Studio. Or there is the third option. Name any one daily used applications or technologies. They're not necessarily from Microsoft, so it could be anything at all. And then tell us how you will better improve that app or better improve that technology. Okay, so these are the tasks that you have to finish, to shoot your legit application to us. Just in case you don't have a very thorough understanding of Microsoft, because we've got a pretty wide spectrum of products and services. Here are some things that I want to bring to your attention. Say like Windows. Anyone don't know about Windows? Cool. Anyone know about HoloLens? Oh, great. Encouraging. What about Xbox? No one, okay. Anyone don't know about Xbox? Awesome. Okay, and then we have like Office Suite, we have Office 365. We also have Service Family. Anyone heard of Service Family? Okay, some. Well, if you want to experience Service Family, we actually got a Service Studio outside at our booth. So feel free to drop by our booth and experience a little bit the dynamics that you're going to have with that devices. It's a pretty happy and it's a pretty unique devices where you can draw and interact with the service style and a pen. So it's pretty fun. Come drop by at our booth. So, and there are also bot framework. Anybody heard of bot framework? Okay, we're gonna need some time to get everyone know about that. And Microsoft Cognitive Services. Awesome. These are the intelligence services that we have from Microsoft, and student developers can actually take advantage of these 2 things to build their own application. So say for example, you want to build a chatbot, right? Chatbot is really hit right now. Like businesses and enterprises are building chatbot. So how can you start as a student developer? My recommendation is that try to search bot framework on Bing, and then read the documentations and see how other developers are taking advantage of these APIs and tools that Microsoft offers. And then you can try to start building your own ones. So these are pretty much the application requirements in order to become an MSP. I hope that's clear with you. Cool. So this is one of the MSP Alumni, Claudia. And then she didn't say this thing. Well, this is generally the culture of MSP. So we're vision for tomorrow's world with creativity. But we don't just end with that. Okay, we're not talkers, we're doers. And then we build it with technologies. And so in our case, these MSPs, they have this really great idea that they want to execute, that they want to make them come true. And then they join the program, these student developers, and with us, with Microsoft technologies, they're able to realize their solutions. So if you're really interested about their projects, again, come drop by at our booth. We have the MSP Alumni over there, Gary, and he'll be able to share with us what was his solution, what was his project in the Magic Cup, and how much he had achieved as an MSP. So that's pretty much what I want to share with you guys today. I hope on this public holiday you're going to have a nice day, and feel free to join us for a data science hands-on workshop, which requires a early registration online. That all of you have registered that. So I'll see you in the workshop, and I'll see you at the booth too. Thank you.
Thank you, Dorothy and Daisy. So next is the brief introduction about SITCON in Taiwan, which will be conducted in Mandarin and